I'd love to invite you to a series that we're putting together throughout this period of uncertainty and change. Actually, to be even more specific, throughout this period with coronavirus, where we have been invited to and suggested and recommended to take some more social distancing. And for us here, what we want to do is make sure that as we have to be socially distant from a health perspective, we're not becoming more socially distant from a humanity perspective, from the way that we connect with each other. I actually looked up the definition of social distancing, one that existed before we were recommended to do this due to COVID-19. And in that, it talked about social distancing being when a member of a group finds themselves more separate than others, especially as it relates to intimacy. And I think that there's an element of here to make sure that as we're practicing social distancing from a health perspective, we're actually able to come closer together than we've been before. We're actually able to take care of, let's be real, I think it's the thing that's on my mind. We've already been socially distant. That's already been happening. So the space that we're creating now is to help you not have to take that social distancing any further than the physical elements that it requires, right? And so each time we come together for one of these sessions, we're coming in with the intention of community. We're coming in with the intention of connection. But I have to go beyond that, because community, like connection in particular, is something that I think is one of the things that we'll find is kind of a relic of the past, in the sense that for where we're heading to now, like merely having connections is not enough. I want to give us a chance where we can actually really start building relationships, and that is something that these spaces are created for. So come into this space and know that each time we meet, there'll be a different format to it, and the first format is really around. It's called Coming Together during social distancing, an open forum. And during this open forum, you'll have an opportunity to speak to whatever your experience is now. We'll go around one person at a time and get a chance to both share our experiences and to be a witness to other people's experiences. I've done this in the professional setting during times of actually just not just change, but also traumatic events, like the Pulse shootings in Orlando, or during a time where police brutality was actually quite rampant in the U.S. and there was some tensions that was taking place within the communities. And what I want to do is give us a chance to come and experience whatever we need to experience together. And we'll do that through a series of different connection opportunities. I was originally going to have them be like virtual chats and coffee chats, and we'll do that. We'll put some time aside for that. But what we're doing here is actually an invitation to something deeper. It's an invitation to not miss out on this opportunity that we have to come together as people once again, and to really get a chance to be seen and connect again. We have an opportunity to really start showing up and to be nourished from the soul and beyond. So if you're interested in some deep connection, some community, come on. We would love to really get to know you and really serve the part of you that's longing for real connection. And I'll probably be honest with you, for many of us, that part has been longing well before COVID, and will last well afterwards if we don't start addressing it. We have an excuse now, we have an opportunity now, and let's not miss it. So I'll see you during this season and during this series of coming together during social distancing. Talk to you soon.